Hello, dear role players. It's been a while since I paid any real attention to Character.ai, right? I kind of left it behind, just like many of you. But recently, I saw their new announcement, a bit of drama, and yeah, it's time we talk about it. One last time. So, Character.ai made a post on Discord, and yup, it's the usual coming soon hype. They claimed they're launching a better model for roleplay, coming soon. Alright, sounds cool, right? I mean, apart from the fact that it'll probably be a C.ai plus exclusive model. Classic. But here's the thing. Isn't it a little too late, Character.ai? Let's be honest. While they were busy sitting on the same old fine-tuned GPT-3-like model for literally 4 to 5 years, the rest of the internet moved on. Now we have DeepSeek R1 and V3. Amazing for RP, even though some of them are now limited. Google Gemini 1.5, not perfect, but surprisingly good, and the speed is wild. CosmosRP, completely community-powered and totally free. And there are 2 new sites launching very soon. Trust me, I'll cover both the moment they drop. So stay tuned and keep your hopes up. So now suddenly Character.ai wants to improve? Well, okay, but what does better model even mean for them? Now look, nothing is confirmed. But here's what I think is happening. They might finally be moving away from their ancient GPT-3 architecture, which, by the way, is incredibly expensive to run. People don't often realize this, but GPT-3 isn't cheap. That's why Character.ai has such a tiny context window, around 3,000 tokens, while other platforms now offer way more. Yet ironically, GPT-3 was still considered the most human-like LLM. Well, at least it was 2 or 3 years ago. Now, what are they switching to? Possibly a fine-tuned version of GPT-4.0, if they got access. Or maybe even DeepSeek, which is surprisingly cheaper to run than GPT-3, even though it's much newer and stronger. Or maybe they cooked up their own new LLM. Yeah, let's be honest. We can rule that out. They have no clue how to build real models. We've seen that already. But again, all of this is just speculation. We've seen how their so-called new models turn out in the past. Most of the time, it's either a tiny tweak, a renamed preset, or something that gets silently replaced after 2 days. Remember that summer model or whatever it is called? It was great for like 48 hours. Then it quietly became the default and completely lost all uniqueness. Typical. Now here's where it gets really funny. They've officially introduced ads on the platform. Yes, advertisements. On a site that received $150 million in investor funding. In 2023 alone. Let that sink in. Now, I could understand this if it were a small indie team working on a budget. That would actually make sense. But Character.ai, the overly polished VC-backed, overfunded mega platform? It's honestly hilarious. Some people are even defending it, saying things like, they need the money to grow. What? Bro. They're sitting on more cash than all RP AI platforms combined. Hell, they probably have more than DeepSeek's team will ever see. Let's be real. The only reason they're pushing ads now is simple. Greed. They have a massive user base, and they know they can milk it, especially mobile users. And they're doing all this while keeping all the filters fully active, offering 0 real customization, and still refusing to give users actual control over their bots. Meanwhile, smaller platforms are giving us 16K plus token context, an actual NSFW toggle, memory support, multiple models to choose from, and yes, no ads. Let that sink in. Of course, you can make the ads disappear. Just pay for C.ai plus, right? Yeah. I think I'm done with Character.ai. I genuinely hope this greedy move helps more people realize what's going on. And honestly, don't expect more than 4K token context for their new model. That's all from me for now. As always, happy role-playing.